you.
Love you too.
So much. You're the greatest husband in the world. Are you done?
I'm doing this fun.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Hello, welcome back to Calibama Cooking. I'm Chef Lorious, and we are back today with a cooking video, you guys. It seems like forever since I've done just a cooking video. Well, I'm here, I'm back. Somebody said they missed my mouth. I don't hear that very often, so I was more than happy to come back with another video. All right, guys, today we're making pumpkin bread pudding. Fall is upon us, it's pumpkin season, so let's jump right in to our ingredients. So, our basic ingredients, we're going to be using brioche bread. I like brioche bread because it's a nice, light, eggy bread and it's really sweet. We've got some half and half, eggs, brown sugar, white sugar, a mixture of nice warm spices, some cinnamon, ginger, and nutmeg, vanilla, and of course, the star of the show, pumpkin. So when you're making bread pudding, the key with bread pudding is you're really just gonna take your bread, you're gonna cut it up, and then you're gonna let it dry out, okay? You're gonna let it dry out a little bit so that it's in the best position to receive the custard. Now this, again, like I said, is brioche bread, but you can use really any kind of bread. You can use Italian, you can use French, whatever. See, it's really easy, okay? You're gonna cut it up into bite-sized pieces. Remember, when you go to cook your bread pudding though, the custard is gonna soak into this bread, so don't worry if the pieces are too big. Almost like giving the bread a rough chop. And then I'm gonna cook this in basically a 9x9 dish. So after I get all of this bread cut up, we're gonna put it in the oven on about 300. I'll sneak a piece. Love brioche. Oh my God, it's so good. It's okay if the bread piles high like this. Again, it's gonna all come together in the end, but you just wanna get it in here. Know you got enough for your dish. We're gonna pop this baby in the oven about 10-15 minutes so it dries out. Just toast a little bit. Okay, now while our bread is in the oven getting just a little dried out so it's nice and toasty, we're going to make our pumpkin custard, okay? We're gonna start with 2 cups of half and half, okay? Right there. And now there is a lot of sugar in this recipe. This is a dessert recipe, so y'all please don't write me letters about sugar and desserts. This is some brown sugar and white sugar. The full recipe is on my website. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is just give these two a gentle mix together. We're making a little sweet milk here for starters. Alrighty. Then we're gonna get our pumpkin in here. Now this is a whole can of pumpkin, but we're only gonna use about half of it. Now, if you want a stronger pumpkin flavor, by all means, honey pumpkin it up. You know what I'm saying? You make it like you want to make it. But I'm just going to use about half of this can, which is about maybe a half a cup in total. So we're just going to scoop some of this out and put it right in that custard, like so. Like I said, just about half. I know this looks messy and y'all are thinking, why didn't I do this ahead of time? Well, I didn't do it ahead of time because I wanted you guys to see what I really do. So we're going to go ahead and whisk this together. Start a little gentle so you can get that pumpkin to break up. See that? Oh yeah. Okay. Then we're going to add these spices. This is a teaspoon of ginger, cinnamon, and nutmeg. And if that's more spicy than you like it, don't put so much spice in it. But I love it. These are the flavors of fall, and they make me happy. Okay. Now we're gonna give this a quick taste just to see if we like where we're going. You know, see if we like the direction we're headed in before we add the eggs. Because once we add the eggs, we really shouldn't taste it until it finishes cooking. So I'm just gonna dip my spoon in there. Oh, yes. Oh my God, it's pumpkin. Ooh, I'm gonna dump these last few in there. Oh. Can I just eat the custard? Like seriously, just the custard. Okay. Oh, that's good. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our splash of vanilla. You could put that in at any point, truthfully, because this is not heating up. We're gonna put it in the oven, and we're gonna crack our eggs. Now, the reason you need a lot of eggs in bread pudding is because bread pudding has to stick together, okay? So I like to do my eggs kind of one at a time. See how I just kind of break one up at a time? If you don't, it can get hard to incorporate that many eggs at one time. Now that we've got everything in here, just give it a good whisk. Don't overdo it because it'll go flying everywhere and then you'll have a mess in the kitchen. Nobody wants that. Just like that, make sure you got those eggs broken up nicely. Oh, it smells so good, guys. You can smell the pumpkin. I can smell the pumpkin. Ooh, oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna go check on our bread, see if it's ready, and then we'll continue on this pumpkin bread pudding journey. Well, here's our bread out of the oven. If you notice, it's just a little toasty. See, you probably can't even hear that, but it's just a little toasty. That's all we wanted. We weren't trying to get it hard or anything, just a little toasty, okay? And now we're going to take this wonderful custard we've created here. A few little egg yolks still in there, just break those up. Don't worry, it's gonna all cook and go to the same place. And we're gonna pour this all over. Now, when you're pouring this, you gotta soak all of the bread, okay? So just keep pouring. I know you're gonna think that's gotta be enough. No, it's not. Now you may not use all of this custard. That's okay. See, what I do is pour to about like that. Then I'll take a little break, take a spoon or something and push down because you wanna make sure that everything is sitting firmly in this custard so it can soak it up. Otherwise, you just got dry pieces of baked bread. And your friends may not tell you, but they don't like it. They may act like they like it because they like you, but they won't like your bread pudding if it's dry like that. I'm just telling you. Somebody got to keep it real. Might as well be me. And guys, if you're enjoying it, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, what you waiting on? The button's right there. It's free. Just hit subscribe. So much good stuff here. Okay, we'll pour a little bit more on. And give me a comment below. Let me know what's your favorite pumpkin dessert. Oh yeah, see that? Okay, now you're gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes or so just to make sure that this bread soaks up all of this goodness in this custard. And you can take this extra custard here and you can actually make some French toast with it. If you have some more bread, you can dip it and make some French toast. You can save it in your refrigerator for about a day or so. I wouldn't go much past that. But you can do other things with it, or you can cut some more bread up and put it in there. See that? Let this soak up all of this custard. We're gonna bake it in the oven on 375 degrees for 1 hour. While your bread pudding's in the oven, you want to get your sauce or your glaze ready because once it comes out and it's nice and piping hot, you want it to be ready to receive the most wonderful caramel glaze ever. So we're going to start off with some butter and brown sugar and we're just going to let these melt together. After these melt together and get nice and friendly, we're going to add some cream in this to make it a nice creamy sauce, and then we're going to add a splash of salted caramel whiskey. Now, you can use any whiskey or any bourbon you want, or you don't have to use it at all. I just like to. All right, let's give this a chance to melt, and then let's keep going. Now that our sugar and our butter have melted together, you want to whisk to well combine them because you want them to come together. This is the base of our caramel sauce. See that? Just keep whisking, let it go ahead and come to that little boil. And then I'm going to slowly add in some cream. I've got a half a cup here. I'm not sure how much I'll need in total. It'll kind of depend on how this all reacts to everything that's going on. I started with about a quarter cup, about a little bit more. Let's see. And we want to whisk this together so it's nice and well combined. Oh yes, that looks delicious. If you want it a little creamier, get some more milk. It's okay if this sauce is loose because when you pour it on the bread pudding, it's actually going to seep into the open parts of the bread and it's going to absorb the flavor. See how good that looks? Now we're going to take just a little splash of this whiskey. We're not going to use a lot of this because we're not trying to liquor it up. We're just trying to give it a little flavor. Just a little splash. That's about 2 teaspoons or so. And let it bubble up so the alcohol can burn off. Oh, that looks good. And once we finish boiling this so that we're happy that the alcohol content is burned off, we'll take it off the heat, add a splash of vanilla, and as soon as that bread pudding comes out of the oven, we'll take it out, let it sit for just a couple minutes, just so it can adjust to the outside again, and then we are going to bathe it in this delicious sauce. I almost forgot, guys, add a pinch of salt to this because salt is a flavor enhancer. It won't make your dessert salty, it'll just enhance the flavor. Now don't go crazy, just a pinch. See, I take my knife, stick it in, nice and clean. See that? That's what we want. Isn't that beautiful? Now we're gonna let this rest for a couple of minutes and we're gonna start to pour. Just like that. Oh yeah, just like that. And you see how the bread is gonna soak it up, the pudding is gonna soak it up? And you're gonna let it sit for a couple minutes so it can finish soaking all of this sauce up. Sometimes I like to take a skewer just to help it along and just do some little pokes like this. See that? And I'm gonna tell you what this is really good with, you guys. Some vanilla ice cream sets this joint off. Now, I like to make sure I don't have dry spots on there, but I don't want to overdo it either. So I just sometimes, let me get a spoon. I'm just gonna use this side of my spoon here, and I just will take a little bit, just make sure I've got it everywhere, because I don't need to really pour anymore. And don't worry that you have a lot of sauce on the outside. What you will have with this sauce on the outside, it's going to soak in to the bread pudding. That's why you want to do it while it's hot, so that the pudding is ready to receive it. And just make sure you don't have dry pieces. But you see that? You hear that little crunch there, a little crisp? That's how you want your bread pudding. Oh, does this not look delicious, guys? Oh my gosh. Okay guys, time for a taste. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've been tasting, whatever. It's my kitchen. Oh, did you see the juice pop out? Okay, I got the edges. Okay, here we go, guys. I got a little bit because I'm trying not to destroy it for the family. You know what I love most about this? Everything. The pumpkin is not overpowering, but it's definitely there. You know, sometimes something can be too pumpkin-y. It's not. If you wanted more pumpkin, add more pumpkin, but it is perfect. And the caramel sauce just brings everything out. This is amazing. You guys, the bread is so soft and it's got the nice little crisp on the top. You know how on bread you get just a little crisp on the top and the edges? It's perfect. Serve this with some vanilla ice cream and take your sauce, the extra caramel sauce, and pour it over there. Oh, delicious. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I have to go eat a whole pan of bread pudding. Yeah, okay. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you like this kind of information and these kind of step-by-step instructions, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Be sure to check out my channel. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, anywhere you can find me, and watch me live on Facebook and Instagram every Thursday night at 8:15 p.m. That's all for today. Thanks so much for being with me. Have a great day. Happy cooking.